all and welcome back to Microbuild Concept. Okay, so I guess this is the most awaited video, okay, because a lot of my subscribers had requested me to upload a video on interview preparation, okay, for biotechnology as well as for microbiology. Okay, so this is for microbiology, but questions goes same, okay, so even biotechnology person can refer this video, okay. One more thing, I'm not an expert, okay, so on my experience and on my knowledge I'm making this video, okay. So I guess it will give you a brief idea like how to prepare at least for interview, right? So let's start. So first is, it depends on whether you are a fresher to a particular field or you are an experienced candidate, right? So if you are a fresher for microbiology, then you may get a different set of questions. And if you are an experienced candidate, then you will get a different set of questions. Okay, so next is, first we will see for freshers, okay, how to prepare for freshers. So I will just suggest you to brush up your basics for biochemistry, for molecular biology, for bacteriology, okay, overall. Okay, you should know basics. That is very important for a fresher, right? Then remember that you need to be confident and honest, right? You should not give false answers during your interview. Okay, that is very important because it gives, or it has a bad impression. Okay, so as you enter the room, first smile and greet the interviewer. Okay, and that is very important, okay, because you need to have a good impression first. Then sit down and be confident, okay. Maintain eye contact and use hand gestures while speaking, okay. Don't be just sit uh, erect and like a robot, okay, who has no expressions. Don't be like that, okay. So having hand gestures while speaking, it also puts or it shows that you are energetic, you are interacting with the person, okay. So that is also important. The next is, if you are nervous, then you will lose your confidence and you will fumble while answering, okay. This was my experience for my first 2 3 interviews, because you don't know what the interviewer is going to ask you, okay, or how the person is going to be. He will directly enter to the main topic, or he will just have a loose or free interview, okay. So you don't have any idea and you enter a room where the person is a complete stranger and you need to interact with that person, okay. So you have that burden on you, but you have to overcome that and you need to be confident, okay. So it may happen that you don't know what to answer for a particular question, okay. This situation comes to each and every person. So under this condition, don't give false answer or don't try to build answer, okay. Simply say, I don't remember now, but I but try to give him idea that you have done this, okay. That is also sufficient sometimes, okay. Then let's start that towards our main topic, that is how an interviewer interacts, or how or what questions he throws at you, okay. So first are very basic, and these are obvious questions that you will get, okay, because no one directly comes to a question that what is PCR or how you do DNA isolation, okay. First the person will ask you to introduce yourself, right? Then he may ask you questions like why you chose this field, okay, or what are your strengths or weaknesses, which is or which was your favorite subject, okay. These are some random questions that the interviewer will choose to ask you to start interacting, to know about you, okay. So introduction is very important, and while introducing yourself, keep it simple and quick. Okay, that my name is this, I come from this particular place, I had done my MSc or BSc from biotechnology and microbiology, and I am interested in working in your company for this reason. For some, that should be a positivity or a positive attitude. Okay, so keep your introduction brief and simple. Then turning towards subject. Okay, so this actually depends on whether the company is a pharma company, or it is a dairy based company or agricultural company. Okay, or it is a company which makes some equipments or kits for, say, DNA or plasmid isolation, or for any biochemical testing. Okay, so depending on that, these questions will depend. Okay, so suppose you are going for an interview for a pharma company. Okay, so what questions will come, right? This is for freshers. Okay, so first is like basics, like what is a prokaryote or eukaryote, or what is fungi or bacteria, what is the difference between them. Okay, then these are your basic theory knowledge, right? Then they will also try to know whether you think logically or not. Okay, so you may get a question like this, that can you culture a virus on bacterial culture media, right? Then this is for logical thinking. Then have you done PCR? Have you done DNA isolation? Okay, so here in particular, about this particular question, I will say that this depends on what the company works on, or what are the company products or company work profile. Okay, or which position the company is trying to take an interview for. Okay, so depending on that, these questions will differ. Okay, so I had taken example for PCR and DNA isolation. Okay, so if you get a question that what is PCR, then next will be what is that, or what is the principle, why to use PCR. Okay, if you get a question that have you done DNA isolation, then you may get question like why to do DNA isolation, what is DNA, is it same between each and every person. Okay, so this is again a logical thinking question. Okay, then have you studied DNA replication, then is it same in prokaryotes, eukaryotes. Okay, these are the questions, or these are the questions that actually the interviewer builds on your previous answer. Okay, previous questions answer. So slowly the person tries to get into the depth of a particular topic. Okay, so this was about the theory and logical thinking, right? Then next is, if an unknown sample is given to you and you are told to go for isolation or to know the microbial load. Okay, then how will you proceed? This is also one of the logical thinking question. Okay, so as unknown sample is given to you during your practical exams, or say during your even regular practicals, you don't know that what the culture has. Okay, so you will try to go for each and every isolation and enrichment technique to know what the sample contains. It may happen that there will be just one culture, or it may happen that there will be a mixed culture. Okay, so you don't want to rule out any one of these conditions, so you need to go for each and every step for isolation, enrichment and isolation actually. Okay, then next is, these are again theoretical questions, that which media is used for E. coli, okay, or for Pseudomonas, right? Then what are antibiotics? Which antibiotics you know? Okay, this can get, okay, these questions can get in a pharma company, but not for other companies. Okay, so if you are in an agriculture based company, you're going for a interview for agriculture based companies, so you may get questions on, say, carbon cycle, nitrogen cycle, then biofertilizers. Okay, what is bioremediation, what is biofertilizers, then different kinds of questions related to agricultural industry. Okay, in case of dairy industry, you will get questions like what is pasteurization, what is tyndallization, okay, then what are different types of milk related products which you have tested, which you know, okay, then what are probiotics, right? So these are the questions that you may get from a dairy related company, right? So you need to study accordingly on say topic, on the requirement for the particular position, on it also depends on the company which you are selected, okay. So yeah, then next is give some examples which you know, that was for antibiotics. Then at what temperature you incubate bacteria and fungi, okay. So here, as you are fresher, it is expected to say what, 32 degree for bacteria, 35, okay, and say 20 to 25 fungi, okay. Or for bacteria you can also say range, like you can answer like 35 to 37 degree, right? So okay, so next is what is difference between LAF and BSC. So LF stands for laminar airflow and BSC stands for biosafety cabinet. Okay, so you should know these basic questions. Okay, so I had already uploaded many videos for Viva and interview related questions. So you may get answers for some of these questions from that videos. Okay, so as you are a microbiologist or you are a biotechnologist, you should know that what is the difference between laminar airflow and biosafety cabinet, okay. If you are going for a pharma company interview, you should know what is pharmacopoeia, okay. You are fresher but still you need to know this, okay. So what is that? Just go through the concept or definition. Then what do you know about QA, or what do you know about QC, or why you want to work in QA or QC, okay. So these are different departments in a pharma company, okay. So already a video for this is also available on my channel, so you can check that, okay. So there is difference. So QA is actually all paper related department, and QC is department where all product related analysis are done, okay. So there is a difference. Then what is our company product, or our company specializes in what, okay. So this also is a very good and very important question, I can say, because many times as your interview is getting built up, somewhere between you may get this question that why our company, or why should we hire you, okay, what do you know about our company, okay. So they try to get an idea from you that why you selected this particular company, okay, why are you willing to join this company, okay. So this is actually to know that have you done the background study of company, okay. It is not necessary that you should know who is the founder of the company and who is the manager of this particular plant, but you should at least know that this plant of, or from this particular location, it manufactures this particular product, or it is well known, or the company is well known for this particular product, okay. Or at least you should know what are the top 5 products of this company, or in market what is the value of this company, or which are the very good products or drugs that this company manufactures, okay. So to get that idea you may get some questions like this. Then again I had listed one question for logical thinking. Actually this is to check whether or how you react under pressure point, okay. So say accidentally uh, you spilled a chemical or a bacterial suspension, okay. So what all safety precautions or safety measures will you take, okay. So being a microbiologist you should know that if you spill a bacterial suspension, then what to do, okay. Then next is tell me about your thesis. This can be or this is actually a very common question for all freshers, okay, because the interviewer don't have options of going to all subtopics of microbiology or all the subjects of microbiology. Okay, so he turns towards your thesis, because in post graduation you do your thesis, right? So you get a lot of questions or expect a lot of questions coming from your thesis. Okay, or depending on your topic of your thesis. Okay, so starting from why this topic, then why you thought of using this particular bacteria, or what are the different alternatives, okay, for this particular method, so on and so on. So depending on your topic of your thesis, expect some questions, okay, on that topic. Then last is, and very important, is what are your skills, or are you good at basic microbiology skills? Okay, this is also important, because here you should talk positively and you should show that yes, you have good microbiology related skills and they are your strengths. Okay, so that is the reason you should hire me. Okay, because I am good at microbiology related skills and I will be productive. Okay, then yeah, I could list around this 19 to 20 questions, but this was the second part of the interview. Many times it happens that HR separately interviews you, or sometimes the interviewer or the panel who is taking your main interview itself asks you these HR related questions. Okay, so why choose our company, or why do you want this job, why should we hire you? Okay, then can you work under pressure, can you work on weekends, then are you willing to relocate for this job, how much salary do you expect, okay, are you ready to negotiate for salary, then are you planning for further studies, okay, etc, etc. So these are questions which are not related to microbiology or biotechnology, but to get a job you should also impress the HR person depending on these questions. Okay, so think on these questions as well. Okay, be prepared. Okay, so next is some points for experienced candidates. Okay, so if you are experienced candidate, then you will have idea about how interviews goes. Okay, or what the environment is and how the interviewer interacts and what are the questions that you should expect, right? So you already have an idea about how interviews are conducted, so be prepared based on what you have written in your resume, and it means that you are experienced, right? So you should know what you have written in your resume. Okay, then second is, now where you have applied, depending on the position, depending on the company and your work profile, you need to be prepared. Okay, so say you have experience in fermentation for 2 years and now you're looking for another job, then that also has a work profile related to fermenters. Okay, so your expect questions related to your previous work. Okay, so the interviewer may ask you about which cultures have you used or have you worked on, then what were the conditions, then how you do troubleshooting. Okay, so what or how you did SIP, that is sterilization in process, CIP, that is cleaning in process, for say endospore forming culture or for yeast or for fungi. Okay, then how you maintain the dissolved oxygen level. Okay, so all these fermenter related questions you may get. Okay, so be prepared. If you are writing that yes, I have experience in fermentation, then you should know these basics. Then let's take another topic. Then say if you have experience in downstream processing. Okay, that is DSP, which stands for downstream processing. Then you may get questions like what is pH, what is pK value, then how to do solvent extraction, then on what all products have you worked. Then from depending on that answer you will get further questions like how you did extraction of this particular product, what you used, have you tried this, or have you thought of using this particular solvent. Okay, so depending on your answer for previous question, the interviewer actually starts throwing questions to you. Okay, so be prepared on your resume. Okay, whatever have you written or what all experience you have, you should be thorough in that. Okay, so yeah, so we had done here. So thank you for watching. Please like these videos, share these videos with your friends, and do subscribe to my channel. Okay, so all the best to you all. I hope this video helps you all. Okay, so thank you for watching once again. And just a reminder that if you need some videos, then other than these topics, then do comment in the comment box, or you can reach me out at microbialconcepts@gmail.com. Okay, so bye bye.